Welcome back, Filmaholics. My name is Kyle and in this channel you find anything and everything filmmaking. So if you guys want more of that, consider subscribing. But until then, let's get on with today's video. In today's video, what we're going to be reviewing is the Hagibis RGB wand. Or a lightsaber, basically. It's not actually a lightsaber, it's an LED RGB wand. So there's that. But yeah, it does things. So let's review it. First things first is gonna be the price point of this RGB LED wand. There's a lot of letters there, but it costs below $100, so that's a good price point for an RGB LED wand. It costs exactly $59.99. Now that's a pretty good price point for an RGB LED wand. Now it's not full RGB, there's no app to really dial it into the exact RGB that you want, but it will be able to do a bunch of different colors in there, and I'll explain that more once we get into specs. So yes, $59.99. Now that we're done with the price point, let's start talking about the specs of this wand. Now the first spec is gonna be length. Now the length of this wand is gonna be different from the length of the actual light due to the fact that there's a handle. So it's not a full light bar, but it does have a pretty good length in my opinion. Now I am a man, so be objective on that because length is subjective for men. Just kidding. No. Okay, but yeah, the length of the actual whole entire wand is gonna be 21.65 inches. Now the light bar itself, the light part of the wand is going to be only 15 inches and 15.35 inches. So it won't be the full length of the 21 inches, there's gonna be a minus of 6 inches, but that's a pretty good handle length and it actually is a lot more convenient than you think. Because that way you can hold on to it and follow your subject or move it around in the foreground or background or whatever you need to use it for. It's very mobile. So that's a give and take it here and there depending on what you're using a light bar for. Now I personally like having a handle. Now the next thing, what does it come with? It comes with a remote, it comes with a lanyard, and then it also comes with a ball joint head thing that you could put it on a light stand. I personally just like to use it if it's gonna be bent down. I'll show you guys an example later on what I mean by that, but for right now, that is what it comes with. It also comes with a slick, pretty good bag. I don't have the remote with me, it's at Flex Brewhouse right now. The only thing I have accessorized with me is gonna be this thing, and that's because I just had it on it. And it comes with a case. The case is actually, not case, but more like a bag. Full zipper, has full everything in there, still has the manual I guess. So there's some toilet paper. But yeah, it comes with all that stuff. The next thing I want to talk about is going to be these three buttons right over here. These ones will change brightness and basically can dim it or make it brighter. And then this one right over here turns it on. So let's just turn it a little bit and let me press that button. Boom, it is on. And again, you can change the brightness with these two buttons right here. So let's do that right now and show you guys what it can do. And that is the max amount, and then now let's go all the way down so that I don't blind you guys. I'm gonna keep it right here for right now for the brightness anyway, just so that it doesn't blind you guys. But it does have 9 different colors, so once you press the mode button, which is also the on button like I mentioned before, it will change the colors. It also changes the color temperature, so the first one being 5600 Kelvin and 3200 Kelvin. But let's go cycle through all the modes. There it got slightly warmer, a little bit more warm, to red, green, blue, this kind of greenish, yellowish color, and then now it's purple, and then teal, indigo, cyan, however you want to call this color. I've heard many names for it. And then lastly, sirens. So it does actually do a pretty good light bar if you're doing that, but let's not give you guys a seizure. Back to normal once it cycles back through, and if you want to press this one more time and make it hold it basically, and then just it turns it all off, as you can see. Now it also has the charging capability, which I'll mention later, but this is where it's located. It's just a lift of a thing and then you just put the cable in there. Once you're done with charging, you just seal it back up. Boom. It also already has a diffusion panel on it. You cannot remove this, but it is helpful to diffuse light. You can also put like a shower curtain or something that's somewhat like that, like a tablecloth that is transparent-ish, kind of a little bit slightly opaque, and to diffuse it a little bit more and spread the light more. If you wrap it around and tape it, it actually does help a lot when you do that. It's kind of like a softbox in that case. But let's go back up and I'll show you guys what else it can do. Lastly, I want to talk about the battery part of the light. Now, the battery life of it is 2 hours. It has a 2600 milliamps battery in there, and you can charge it using a cable, a micro USB specifically, not Type-C. Sadly, I wish it was Type-C, but you know, beggars can't be choosers for something in this price point. And now that we're done with the specs and what this thing is capable of, let's show you what it is capable of using these examples right now. Now that we're back from that, I'm gonna answer a really good question. Who is this light for? And like I mentioned before, this light is below $100. It's $59.99. And with that price point and also the specs that I just showed you and examples I just showed you, this light is very versatile. You can use this in almost any type of film set, and that's why I actually really love this light. There's so many adaptations that you could use this light for. Either for photography if you're doing long exposure, an overhead setup, a streaming light, or just you want some RGB light in your room or whatever. It's able to be used for anything. It could be an ambient practical light in the back. There's so many uses for this, so I honestly don't know how to answer that in a way where one specific person can buy this light. So in my opinion, this light, it's not a mandatory light, but it does amplify your set, your streaming, your whatever content that you are creating. So I think this is an all-around type of light where anybody and anyone can and should maybe somewhat use it. But with that being said, if you guys want to check out some of my reviews, go ahead and check out this playlist right up here. And also if you guys want to check out the gear I used to make this video, the light itself, or any of my past videos, go ahead and check the description down below. There's gonna be no extra cost for you guys, but it will help out the channel, so help us out that way. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and dream on.